what we're talking about.
Farm is the basis of civilization. It's the basis of food. It's the basis of security. And then I like you, I'm happy. I say, oh, in Arachoni, Ugre Megane, our room I have all Allah needed ever. The Fulani Bia warrior, Agiko. So I know I'm going back. Wokula wine, oh my kind. He may import tomato from anywhere. And he may import onion from anywhere. He may import cassava from anywhere. And he may import yam from anywhere. We can produce all we need and export to the world. So we go with the dream of Ali Development Foundation. That's where we want to start. We moved away from all the theoretical things. So we have a problem but now is the time to march forward practically. Beginning with the most pressing problem of our people, which is food security. Food security. It's a shame that apple gets Shinugunabia, a shame that tomato gets Shinugunabia, a shame that yam gets Shinugunabia. It is a shame. That will not happen. We believe in the next 1 year, A.D.F will move the Igbo nation, will cut food importation by 50%. Within 2 years, there will be nobody importing food in Ali. That is our dream. We just want to start with this miniature base here. With this miniature base here, before long, it will envelop Ali Bonile.
All right.
Chile, that is our dream.
Okay. As you can see, talking about the agricultural revolution in Igboland. Like I promised you, this is just the beginning. I'm just bringing to you one after the other what is already on ground. Yeah, guys, viewers and subscribers all over the world, I'm bringing you a revolution that is happening right here in Igboland. Talking about the launching of Akuluono cooperative movement targeted at agricultural revolution and food security, youth empowerment of Igboland, and as well the overall security network for investment in Igboland. So be rest assured that what we are telling you is not just a drama, but it is real, and we're going to show you what will make you go haywire. Honestly speaking, what is happening right here at Ezinihite Mbise, and right behind me is the president of Alibo Development Foundation, at the front burner for this revolution, piloted by Alibo Development Foundation. The agricultural revolution, the food security, and the overall security of Igboland is the project that you must support. So join me. You are going to watch this thing to the full because it's going to be amazing. All right, let's see what we have here.
Hello, Shinedu.
It's a pleasure to have you. Fine, sir.
You're welcome to
your country home.
My country home.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
We are fine, we're fine.
Hello, you're still alive and kicking.
You too, very strong. You're not like a cowboy.
You are still galvanizing Igbo consciousness.
That's it.
Driving the agenda forward. We thank God for you.
Thank you so much.
We're really proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are here to get what is already happening on ground, the agricultural revolution, and Akuluono cooperative movement, piloted by A.D.F, which you are the president.
Yeah.
We want to get your concept of this Akuluono cooperative movement. What is it all about?
Chinedu, in the first place, all over Igbo land today, many people talk about Akuluono.
Okay.
It's in our language, but there's never been a time it has become a major talking point, arresting our attention and concern and interest than the period since A.D.F launched it. First in Lagos, second in Abuja, third in Enugu, and lastly in Oka, Akuluono movement, invest at home movement. The idea, you know, A.D.F is Alibo Development Foundation.
Yeah.
You know, we want to see how we can recreate the very foundation, the very pride of Igbo. The direction our civilization was going in terms of values, morality before Ndochade. The direction it was going under the regime of Okpara and Adazikiwe when it was arrested by the military and by brainwashing and by the disorientation of our people. Today, when you move from Enugu to Umuahia, you pass several cashew plantations. You pass several palm plantations. Other than that route or some other route, you pass several rubber plantations, and so on and so forth. These were built part of the revolution, agricultural revolution of Okpara and Azikiwe, you know, and so on and so forth. Do you know why I'm wearing this cap today?
No.
Just to make one important point. I bought this thing when I was in the US.
Okay.
It's a long time ago. It's the common dress of the white people when they are moved by their agricultural spirit.
Okay.
The cowboys are just country's home boys. American presidents, you see them wearing this. Once they retire, from Whatapp, where do they go?
To the farm.
They go to their farm, where they produce food, all kinds of food. Why don't they go and still open offices and Christians? They go there. Because the basis foundation of American wealth is agriculture. And back home here, you know, back home here, it's unfortunate, Igbo, that used to feed the north, feed many parts of the country. We're now importing food from the north, importing fermented cassava, importing onion, importing yam, importing everything, you know. And our homes, lands are lying fallow. The most shameful part. Look at these palm trees here. When we were young, every time of the year, they are trimmed. And when they are trimmed, the sun gets in. By December, January trimmed, by February, bunches of palm fruits keep shooting out. How can these ones produce food? Produce fruits, you know? Part of our undoing. Part of our undoing. So the Igbo Development Foundation has decided that at this critical point in time, we must find the most strategic way to move forward. We finished analyzing everything there is to analyze about the origin of our predicament, the process that has led us into where we are today, understanding of where we are today as an emasculated people, ready to be devoured by this thing, weakened by the enemy. Enemy taking over our land, taking over our women, taking over our elite that become running dogs, taking over our governments, you know. We must stand firm and begin to stop all this and begin to recreate our future. A.D.F believe that the foundation of this future is agriculture. Our lands must be utilized, not just our lands. If I take you around our place, you see many youth roaming around, doing nothing. Some smoking wee-wee, some smoking cigarette, all kinds of menial crimes and so on and so forth. Disoriented. And this is human power, you know, resources being wasted. We want to galvanize the youth and give them a new orientation to go to the land. You know.
You have been trying to galvanize this Akulono, and you are bringing it down to your home. Like this one is happening right inside your community as a shootout, as a pioneer project to launch the revolution for these agricultural activities in Igboland.
Yeah.
And I must tell you, let me tell you one thing, that he will be taking us out now to show us what is on ground, what is happening already regarding this agricultural revolution. Don't go away. We'll be right back. So, yeah, my people, this young man, he's my namesake, Chinedu.
Yes, sure.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you.
Honestly, what you're doing here with the cooperative is quite amazing.
Thank you very much.
And he's a graduate. What's your discipline?
I studied public administration.
Let's go.
Public administration.
Public administration.
Yes,
Oh, my
farming.
colleague too. I did public administration too.
Okay,
Yeah, but now you find yourself
farming.
farming.
That's
And that's a good one.
Yes,
and one good thing about agriculture is that anyone can venture into it.
Anybody,
Even if a scientist is
can
involved,
do it.
business
A medical
involved,
doctor you can.
medical doctor,
A lawyer
engineers,
you can. Yes.
every.
It doesn't matter.
And you guys are doing an amazing job here. I saw you guys already provided water for yourself.
Because we want a steady farming. We are not making it seasonal, all season,
Okay.
all farming.
Okay.
Whether in dry season, rainy season, we are farming.
Okay.
That's the target. That's why you see the ball.
Okay, so what's your target? What kind of crops, cash crops? I've seen ogo seedlings.
Vegetables.
Vegetables.
So we are targeting vegetable, that is the ogo, as like you said. Then onions, yam, cassava, as many as I can mention.
Wow.
Yes, that's what we are targeting.
All right, that's good. Thank you. That's good. It's nice meeting you. I encourage you. I believe more young people, more graduates can come in.
Thank you very much.
Now, this is just one part of what we're doing right here and what we're showing you. We're going to show you so many places. Okay, we're going to show you other places where you can see that there is a takeoff for this agricultural revolution in Igboland. So stick with me. We're not done yet. All right, that is it. You have seen what we've shown you on the farmland, and sir, it's a wonderful thing you're already doing with the youths. Sure. And we've seen, we're going to highlight on some of the challenges first. The road to that place is almost impassable. Now, at some point, you have to park and now walk all through down to the farmland. Sure. And another thing is the issue of security and other issues that affect or that connect with the agricultural activities. All right, now let's start with the facilities, the equipment needed for that agricultural project, the one that is already kicked off here in Mbise, and what we're expecting for it to also happen in other places. So what do you think about that? The equipment, rolling in of machines and all that, and the road network?
First, let's address the road network. Okay. That road you see there was the main route that joined Mbaise, Ikedrumbano with the new Abia, Tiga, Ngwa people. The white man surveyed that place for a bridge. That bridge was what eventually was moved to Oriental Bridge. That's where it should have been. That place was a big river port where our merchants sold palm produce. There you will see big drums of oil, big drums of palm kernel and so on and so forth, being ferried by canoe from a river port across the rivers to Igboland, the river and so on and so forth. But over the period, you can see, arrangements is being made over a period of time, and several times the Imo River Basin Authority have come to survey it. They've come recently, and we expect we're going to follow suit to make sure that road is graded. That road is graded. If I take you around our place, there's a new spirit raging among our youth. They're all grading our pathways. So even after the Imo River Basin Authority have done their thing, the road to this thing, to the farm will be also graded. Well, you see, we want to begin from basics. Why we talk of farming season is because of the alteration of between dry season and rainy season. Water is the end thing. So we have taken the first step. There's a borehole there, as you have seen. Got a borehole there. We are going to begin. We're beginning with the basic elements: vegetables, pepper, onion, tomato, and so on and so forth. Okay. After here, we'll take you to the home of Nubisi Alozia, a wonder agric entrepreneur. You will soon see what he has produced there. This morning, one of our fellows called me, a retired ambassador, said, please, can you place an order for 100 tubers of yam? And those tubers of yam can cost, say, 2,000 naira or more each. Assuming she buys 100 tubers, how much would that be? 200. You see the rich, modern this thing. So water is there. The youth labor is there. What we have decided to do is that we are not going to buy land. It's good for us to understand this philosophy. We want it to be the people's farm, not any farm of any big time capitalist. the people's farm. That farm is going to be owned jointly by the people who bring their land on lease, not buying, by the youths who work on the land, provide labor, by those who provide the funds for doing these things, by the organization that's powering all this, and so on and so forth. So we're going to work out the formula so that this be owned jointly by all these various groups. Now this is the miniature pilot scheme. Already many of our fellows have been coming to see what's going on. It will take more than 10 million naira to set up a pilot one somewhere. Set up, we say maybe 20, even up to 100, what do you call it, hectares or so. We want all this to be replicated in all parts of Igboland. And people are waiting to be. It's not going. All it takes is changing our mindset. And this is the time to change it. Otherwise, they will starve us of hunger. Otherwise, they will take our land. And mark you, the youths are going to work there will also be involved in protecting the land. No rascal will come near with, whether it's coming with dog or camel or cow or what. You can't come down there. The youth will be prepared to work and defend their land.
Okay, now that you've talked about this, talking about the food security in Igboland, and as you rightly pointed out that before, agriculture in Igboland was vibrant and they export agricultural produce to other parts.
Sure.
But today, reverse is the case.
The case, yeah.
And do you see it as a form of a deliberate act to undermine agricultural activity in the southeast, or just our people have voluntarily abandoned agricultural activities?
It's a combination of many factors, Chinedu. Let's take, for example, animal husbandry.
Okay.
My father used to own many cows. My immediate brother used also to have cows. My father used to have up to 20 or 30, But after our senior brother, nobody. Gradually, cows, every aristocrat in our community must have cows. Was there for their children. But gradually, remember, I don't know whether I taught you this in school, that our southern area is infested with sese fly. And it's not good for animal cow breeding. I don't know whether I heard of that.
Yep.
The thing was driven into our minds that we shouldn't waste money in that cultivating cow and so on and so forth, because they will die, sese fly. Why are all these cattle not die of sese fly? Somebody called me and told me that the demise of our cattle, native cow, were deliberate. Not deliberate.
So there is hope to revive it?
That is part of the revolution.
Okay.
Incidentally, we thought the A.D.F delegation went to Botswana late last year, and I found that they have the same cow breed as our own. As our own.
So something can be done.
Something can be done.
Okay, now let's talk quickly before we wrap it up on this section. The issue of security. Securing these farm activities, this agricultural settlement had been at the burning point. At some point, you also championed the anti-open grazing bill, which we have drafted and sent to state assemblies in southeastern part of it. And we have seen how unserious the eastern states government have played on it. Now, what do you think regarding the security of this farm settlement with the concerns of people coming in with their cattle to graze on it and also to destroy the farm produce?
Let me say this very frankly. I said before, that part of our problem is that the youths have been disoriented. They don't have regard for the land, So the land is just there. Only poor peasants go there. They farm. It's easy for these cattle rearers to go there, rape the women, kill them, chase them away from their farm, as they're doing all over the whole place. But what about a situation where we now engage these youths, change their mindset, provide them with seedlings, machinery, everything, and they begin to see that the future lies not in salaried job, but in entrepreneurship. And this land is theirs. They will protect the land. They will not, they are going to by themselves, whether we like it or not, they will learn how to protect their land. Even if it means using catapult, or using bow and arrow, or using dengon. No rascal will bring his cattle to come and do this thing. In our place here, all through Igboland, that certain animals cannot be let loose, because we are an agricultural producing people, let loose. So certain animals are tethered with rope on the leg, on the neck, or the leg. And if you want to take them out, you want to take them out and put them where there are no crops. The children, later in the day, they are brought back. Otherwise, they are kept in pens and fed there. If when we were young, the women were really the security people guarding their farms. If they see any goat roaming, or any cow, they'll chase it, grab it, and take it to the leader of the community. And the owners will come and pay heavy fine before they can get it back. So our youths are going to be trained to secure the land by every means possible. We also tell you another part of security we're thinking, apart from protecting our crops and so on and so forth. Mark you, many of our fellows abroad, many have called me that they're not coming home for Christmas. Why? They're afraid of security, no security. Those who manage to come, who are there, what security do they provide? You should know, answer that question. Where they get their megas?
They get it from the north.
So I think this new thinking will include re-engineer the mind of our youths. There are private securities here and there. We help them to grow and to provide personal security for our people when they come.
Okay, now I'm talking about security, and where we're going to wrap up on this section. Nigeria today, everybody's talking about insecurity. The government have failed in that primary responsibility to secure lives and properties. Now, what is your reaction and opinion regarding the recent launched Eastern Security Network by IPOB fellows?
Well, A.D.F has produced a number of documents explaining to the world our understanding of what security means in our own context today. There is some level of security which can only be provided by the federal government. Assuming a foreign army comes to invade our community today, we expect the federal government army to intervene, isn't it? There's also another level of security which our state and regional governments can provide. When we're talking of securing communities, these governors are the chief security officers in the area. So the state governments and I have a right, have a role to play in securing our people. Beyond these two levels, communities also have their role to play. Our communities primordially have Ndinche that protect the community from criminals, not necessarily foreign invaders, from internal criminals, from all kinds of things. They provide, the youths are trained and provided with this thing. The elders, at certain age, you must own the barrel gun. You must own a praja. These are also instruments of securing your family. When the thief comes in the night, you don't take a phone to call Buhari or call Hopos Adema or call this to command that they have come to you. No, you have to do something. Also, there are organizations also that have a right to organize themselves to protect their people. It's possible I think this is the context in which I see what IPOB is doing. They want to contribute in securing an area.
Under the level of
private in the organized group.
Organized group.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Mike, security is not a social media affair. It's not a media hype affair. If I even think of security at the serious level, I think come to Swiss, South Africa, or the Bantu movement or this thing, or the Indian these things, you know. You don't see them marching along just in the streets. You only see them in the field of action. We have to be careful so that we don't trivialize security. We don't make it as a drama, you know, drama. So what our chaps are doing are good, but it should be more realistic. Get what I'm saying? They shouldn't be dancing in the streets, you know, singing security when they should be much more circumspect and work the communities and the leaders of the communities. If the governor don't want to work with them, and we're not asking anybody to beg the governors, our communities must organize themselves. Our youths organize themselves. You know. So this is the way we see what they're trying to do.
All right. Thank you so much for giving us your time this period, and I believe we have a whole lot for this agricultural revolution. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't go away. I must tell you, we are bringing you loads of this. We're going to another place. We're getting you more of this agricultural revolution. Akulono cooperative movement. It is a movement you must support. Invest in it. And I tell you, the food security of our homeland and the general security of our homeland is the top priority. We'll be coming back. Stay blessed and stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe and like our platform. Drop your comments. I'm signing out. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Because keep it up.
Thank you, sir.